All right, what is up, tycoons? What's up, traders? Going to give you all an update on REN right now, ticker symbol REN. We're looking at the daily chart. Trading is like going to battle, it's like going to war. You need to have the proper weapons and you need to know how to use them. That way, you can increase your odds of success on the battlefield that is cryptocurrency. I like to say it's like going to battle, it's like going to war. All right, so we're going to learn some of the key strategies and weapons that you can add to your arsenal. All I need you guys to do is smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. We're going to break down what we're currently looking at, the three things that we have on our chart right now that we're using to our advantage. Okay, you really need an edge when it comes to trading. Having an edge is going to make you successful or increase your odds of being successful, rather. So I'm going to break down what we're looking at here currently, and then we're going to take a look in the past and see how those things have played out and why we use these strategies and why they're so effective. Okay. So currently we have these three levels right here. These are resistance levels. These are the Fibonacci retracement levels. We have been in a downtrend. Okay. We have a high right here, lower high, lower high. We have lows, lower lows, lower lows. So clearly we are in a downtrend. So we're looking at retracement levels to the downside for a downtrend continuation, right? So what we do is we actually come down here, we retrace up right to our 38.2 retracement level, and then we continue that trend and make new lows. All right. So the three main levels you want to watch is the 38.2, the 50%, and the 61.8% levels. We also have this bullish pattern here known as a falling wedge, where we're zigzagging and price action is getting tighter. And in a perfect world scenario, you would get a nice breakout to the upside. That's what we're going to be looking for, right? But first, we have to break through our major retracement levels. Okay. So again, we come down, we retrace to our 38.2, and then we continue that trend downwards and make a lower low, right? We have the low here, and then we have a lower low here. If we would have broken through these levels, then we would have gotten a reversal, right? So if you break through those levels, that's when you get a reversal. So right now we're looking at the 38.2, 50%, and 61.8. All right, those are going to be our major resistance levels to the upside. If we can break through these levels, then there's a possibility we can get the overall breakout on our, bullish chart pattern. That's a falling wedge. So that's what we're looking at. One thing that I do want to highlight, we'll zoom in a little bit so it's a little more clear for you guys before we take a look at some of the past history and how these strategies have worked out. There's a term known as bullish divergence. Now you can use it on multiple different things. In our case, we're going to use the relative strength index. Okay, the RSI measures the relative strength of a token at its given price. So what we're seeing here is we have a low, okay, and then we have a lower low. So the token is clearly in a downtrend, decreasing in price. The strength of this token should be dropping with it as well. In fact, we see the opposite, and that's what a divergence is when the relative strength index is doing something different than the price action of the token, okay? So you see, we actually make a low here. We're oversold. We're below 30. And then we actually make a higher low here at this point, right? So we have a higher low right here where the actual token itself has a lower low. This is known as bullish divergence. It's an indicator you may see some bullish activity in the future. And you can see that we got a very nice rally over 115%. Using that bullish divergence indicator. Okay. So we'll go ahead and zoom into the past now and just show you guys, some more examples of why these strategies are so effective and why, these are some good weapons that you can use. No strategy is 100%, and this video is not financial advice. Again, this is more informational to really show and teach, some of the strategies that I use to help give myself an edge, right? So we have a low here, we have a lower low right here. Again, look at our relative strength index. We see a divergence where we have a low and then a higher low. We form this nice bullish divergence trend line. And what we see is a very massive rally shortly afterwards. We from the lows to the highs of this play was 202%. So again, these are some of the things that you can use. No strategy is going to be 100%, but once you can start to combine things together, then that's when you really give yourself an edge. All right. Now here's a good example of combining a few things together. In this case, we're going to combine a chart pattern with our major retracement levels. Okay, so what we're looking at is we're connecting our swing high right here down to our swing low down here. And you see we come down, we retrace up to the 38.2, and then we try to break through. We come up to the 50% level, and then we ultimately drop. We try to come back up again, and then we drop more. So, we're using the strategy knowing that, hey, we're in a bearish downtrend. We're seeing that we're rejecting our major levels, the 38.2, the 50%, and the 61.8. So that's, a little bit of a bearish signal for us. And then we see that we actually get a head and shoulders. We get our left shoulder, we get our head, we get our right shoulder right here. So if you, let's say, let's say you didn't sell here or you didn't go short here, right? At the rejection of your major retracement level, and you see it falls down, and you're like, man, I should have got in on that on maybe that short position, right? Or you're saying, hey, maybe I should have sold here, and then you see we get this bounce, right? Well, you're using this fact that you know that we're continuing this downtrend, that it seems like we're going to continue this downtrend because we're rejecting our major retracement levels, and then you get a bearish chart pattern. You can use that as confirmation. Say, okay, well, now I have two things lining up that look bearish. I need to either sell my position or perhaps go short in this position. Whatever is best for you, right? Over here, we have some bullish divergence again, just happening on the chart. So we'll go ahead and highlight that. And we see that we have a low here, and then we have a lower low on the price action of the token. We have the low, lower low, and then we have a low here. We have a higher low, and we've created this nice bullish divergence trend line. We end up getting a nice little rally. But we know that we need to be cautious because we're at our major retracement levels up here. So now, you let's say you caught the bullish divergence, okay, and then you come up here and you're like, okay, now it's time for me to be cautious because we've been in a downtrend. It's been a brutal crypto winter. We're at our major retracement levels. Let me go ahead and take some profits on the position because we just hit our 50% retracement level. And if we break through, you can look to re-enter once we break past the 61.8, right? Ultimately, that doesn't happen. And then we continue the downtrend and make new lows. All right. And this just happens multiple times throughout the history of this chart. Um, we take a look, swing high down to the swing low, we come up, we retrace to the 61.8, and then we continue heading lower. Take our new swing high down to our swing low, we see we come down, we retrace, and then we continue the trend down lower. So these strategies are very, very effective. And they're some of the strategies that other traders and algorithms are looking at as well. About 70% of the market is traded by algorithms, whether you believe it or not. And that's true in cryptocurrency and the stock market. So it's good to start using some mathematically generated resistance levels, support levels. Over here, we're going to give a couple examples of it acting as support. And really combining our strategies together, right? So here we're seeing that we're starting to form some bullish divergence. We're creating these lows and these lower lows, right? And clearly the token is in a downtrend, right? It's going lower. We're in downtrend right here. RSI has a low and then a higher low. We're creating a slight uptrend. This is a divergence. And what we do is we actually form a very nice cup and handle pattern right here. Okay, we get the breakout above our neckline on the cup and handle, and we get a nice massive push to the upside. Now, this is a great example of the retracement levels working to the upside. We're connecting our swing low up to our swing high over here, and we're seeing that, okay, we came up, we made this high right here, we pulled back, we retraced, and we held our 50% level, and then we continued up higher, and we continued that trend. So we had bullish divergence was our first signal leading into this. We see we came up here, and we made a cup and handle, all right, and then we actually pull back just slightly, we get the bullish divergence. We see that we end up making a cup, and then we notice that we make a handle right here. We continue to push higher, and then we see that we ultimately end up holding our retracement levels to the downside for support, and that continues that trend to the upside, right? Now, here's an example of a bearish divergence. We've indicated bullish divergences, but a bearish divergence is when you're making a high right here, and then you have a higher high over here. So clearly, the token is in an uptrend. The token is rising in price. The strength of this token should be rising as well, but that's not the case. We have a high right here. We have a lower high, lower high. So the relative strength is actually in a downtrend, meaning the strength of this token is getting weaker as the price of this token is going up. It's an indicator you could see some bearish activity. And, it really was a great signal to this massive drop that we had, right? It ended up dropping over 80%. That was a great signal for you to get out of the play or possibly take it short, right? Let's say you took it short here, and then you notice that we just kept holding the retracement levels, and that was your sign to never really close your short position because we just kept continuing the downtrend, retracing, continuing the downtrend, retracing, continuing the downtrend. Right now, here is a really good example of of your retracement levels breaking and you actually getting a reversal. Right, I speak about the possibility of a reversal a few times in this video. So what we're seeing is we have our swing high down to the swing lows down here. You see we come down, we retrace, we pull back, and then we actually break through, guys. We actually break through the levels, and that's when we create our new highs up here. So the same thing would have happened if we would have broke through these levels, we would have came back down. But these were our support levels for the fibs. We held them very nicely, and we continued to push higher. these are resistance levels for the fibs, and we actually break through them and we get a nice reversal. Okay. So that's basically it for today's video. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the current price levels, show you guys what we were looking at. We'll zoom back in again real quick on it just so you can see. And, we had a slight bullish divergence right here that led to a pretty nice pop. We're pulling back. If we, do get a nice little bounce here, okay, we have three major levels of resistance that we need to watch out for. If we're able to break out past those resistance levels, then we possibly could have a reversal and break out of our bullish chart pattern known as the falling wedge and really get a nice move to the upside. If not, we're going to continue this downtrend and continue staircasing down lower. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I do viewer requests every week. So if you want to see your token in the next video, all you have to do is comment down below and I'll be happy to make a video on it as soon as I can. And if you made it this far into the video, thank you. And I think you're really going to enjoy one of these next videos.